Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. Guess who's back? This canine brought his crazy Karen. Her bark is worse than the dog's bite. And maybe, just maybe, I might have found Karen her very own Ken. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Okay, I don't remember him, but Mr. Herbert, are you there?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Do you, you're ready for your final conference?
We are ready that one. And I think we're ready with Miss Arnold. I need to actually probably give her a call real quick. She's on there also.
She's where?
On Zoom as a telephone.
She has a Zoom hearing. Is she out of town or something?
Medical issues.
Okay.
Can I maybe zoom in and put in a breakout room with the phone number?
Yeah. 847.
Fine.
Please. Yes. Put that dog in a different room.
What is somebody that decided to know a little bit of common sense? Seems to be asking a lot those days.
I forget.
All rise.
Please be seated. Is that Miss Arnold that I hear? Okay, Miss Arnold, are you able to hear me? This is Judge Coonan.
Yes, I can.
Okay, very good. Mr. Travis, your attorney, is here in the courtroom, and Mr. Chamberlain is here from the prosecutor's office, and on behalf of the people, that is file 2481 of 2024, and this is the date for a final conference. So, Mr. Travis, what does your client wish to do?
Your Honor, we would like to resolve the matter and accept an offer from the prosecutor.
And what is the offer, Mr. Chamberlain?
The offer is plead no contest to count 1, dismiss counts 2 through 8, just as a, to understand the dogs were off her property, so she didn't actually see what happened, which is why there's a no contest.
Okay, so is that an accurate and a complete statement of the plea agreement, Mr. Travis?
There would be another kind of factor, Your Honor. It's my understanding that the prosecution would support or recommend a fines and costs resolution. It would also note that Ms. Arnold has very limited financial resources, so it asks the court to take that into account.
Okay, and
There's another piece too, that there are 3 dogs that were involved in this. Only one of the dogs did the biting. So the prosecutor, we've talked about this because we can't assign it to any one dog. We wouldn't be assigning it to any one dog. And the reason that matters is if there's another incident that could be used to put the dog down. So we're not, because we don't know which dog did it, we're not assigning it to any one dog. And then therefore it couldn't be used against one of the dogs in the future.
we don't know which dog.
We do not.
There were 3 dogs that were together. They're all white. And I think they're the same breed. So, and the victim wasn't able to identify which one was which.
Okay. All right, but the plea is to the count 1, and that is the animal biting. Okay, all right. And let's see, that's what, a 90-day? Okay. So, Ms. Arnold, were you able to hear all that discussion?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and is that your
I'll clarify
understanding?
one thing. That wasn't a bite. I saw the photos. That was scuff. This breed has the second most powerful jaws in the world. If a Kuvaz went to bite you, it would crush your bones.
Okay, Ms. Arnold, we just need to answer the judge's questions, please.
Ms. Arnold, is that what you want to do, is plead guilty to count 1, that's animal biting, and the other 7 counts would be dismissed, and you'd be pleading no contest, and we wouldn't be assigning fault for the bite to any of the particular animals.
That's correct.
Has anything else been promised to you to get you to plead guilty?
That I wouldn't have to try to get out of the house when I can't walk more than 40 feet? Yeah, that's a huge part.
It's not really part of the plea, but the prosecutor is not, I would agree to allow her to appear by Zoom for the sentencing because she does have some pretty significant medical issues. And with the snow coming, it's even worse for her to get out of the house.
Okay, so Ms. Arnold, I will allow sentencing by Zoom. I have reviewed your medical issues and your request to appear by Zoom, so you don't have to worry about appearing here in court, okay?
That works.
Okay, so
I can't even get the snow off the vehicle windows. I'm trapped in the house every time it snows.
okay, so Ms. Arnold, have you been threatened, forced, or coerced in any way to get you to plead no contest?
No.
And you understand that if I accept your plea, you'll have a conviction for, what's the exact name of the offense, Mr. Chamberlain?
It's dog bite.
Just dog
It's
bite,
it's
okay.
under the Leelanau County ordinances, the Animal Control Act.
Okay, and that carries a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail. Although I will tell you, it would be very unusual for me to give you any jail time for this offense. Do you understand that?
Yes. We're talking about fully trained ADA service dogs here. Something had to happen to trigger one of them. It absolutely had to.
Well, we'll get into all that in a minute, but first I need to take your plea. So
Okay.
you understand that you have a right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and you have a right to a jury trial. Do you understand all those rights?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And you have a right to testify at the trial, or if you choose to remain silent, and that silence could not be used against you in any way. Do you understand that?
Yes, I've also found juries never follow that instruction, but yes, I understand.
You also have a right to have witnesses against you appear at trial and to cross-examine those witnesses and to present your own witnesses, and the court would order those witnesses to appear at the hearing. You understand those rights?
Yes.
And you're giving up your right to appeal when you plead no contest. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, and Mr. Travis has answered all your questions to your satisfaction, correct?
Yes. He actually talked to me, unlike his predecessor.
Okay, so is it true that on the date in question at a location in Leelanau County, oh, I'm sorry, this is no contest, right?
Correct.
Okay, and Mr. Chamberlain's got a report. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have reviewed the report. I do find there's a sufficient basis for the plea. So, Ms. Arnold, to the charge of dog bite, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea, enter a guilty finding, and at this time, should we proceed directly to sentencing? No.
It's a victim's crime.
Oh, okay, so we have to wait for give Ms. Stojanovic a chance to also be here for the sentencing. So Ms. Martin, you want to set a date for that?
Sure. January
Yeah.
10th. January 10th.
Pardon?
January 10th, Miss Arnold.
I'm just catching February something. You're breaking up.
January 10th.
I'm in the last 4 weeks before the next nerve block in my shoulder, at which point I can't even remember why I walk into a room to get something. That procedure isn't until January 20th.
Ms.
I have no
Mr.
concentration at that point.
The sentencing, okay? We're all set for this morning. Mr. Travis will give you a call, okay? And I don't need a pre-sentence report. I'll just take a copy of the report, and I assume there's no criminal history. Okay. All right, then we're all set. I did mute Ms. Arnold, and you'll give her a call, right? After we take care of the next, well, I guess that's Mr. Rasby's case. Okay. Mr. Rasby?
Mr. Hughes, that it's your intention today to simply change your plea from not guilty to guilty?
Yes.
Okay. Before I can accept your plea, I just need to ask you a couple of questions. I'm not trying to get you to change your mind about what you're doing. I have to verify that you're doing it of your own free will. You realize, of course, that as you sit there, you're presumed to be not guilty, correct?
Yes.
It's always the prosecution's burden to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, understand?
Yes.
And did you know that you have a right to a trial with the judge?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you admit that you didn't confine Boo Boo. She doesn't have to prove anything, and you give up your right to a trial. I'll simply decide what your fine should be, and we'll wrap things up today. Understand?
Yes.
The maximum-
Can I plead guilty with an explanation?
Oh, absolutely. I'll give you an opportunity to make a statement before I make any decisions. You'll give up those rights if you plead guilty. I'll simply impose sentence. The maximum penalty is a $150 fine. The only other question I have for you, sir, is are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
All right. Well, I am all ears and ready to hear about Boo Boo.
Okay, my dog is 4 years old. Because I'm working or was working, I just got fired. But because of that, he's not really very sociable, and that's basically my fault. But when we was at the party, which he was invited to, everybody agreed that he wasn't very sociable, and even the mother of the girl that got bit told me to release the dog, which I was holding at bay. And I don't know what happened, but Boo Boo is not a mean dog. He's very friendly if he knows you. Her kids were running around, screaming, throwing toys around, and he was, I believe, trying to catch a toy. And it happened. But that's beside the point. He bit her. And I really don't want to have to neuter the poor dog. I understand it's not good for their health.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
And if I'm not forced to neuter the poor dog, I will seek some training for him. I found a place in Somerset where there's a dog trainer.
Okay.
That's about all I have to say.
All righty. Ms. Yeager, did the state wish to be heard? And I guess this would be a Marcy's Law case, so has the mother of the children who were bitten been advised of her right to address the court?
Yes, Your Honor. The state has complied with Marcy's Law. The children did seek medical treatment, but there is no restitution. The medical insurance covered everything.
Okay. All righty. Where were you working before you lost your job?
I was working at Bob Evans at TA Truck Stop.
Oh, okay. And cooking?
No, washing dishes.
Okay. And how long had you been there?
Almost 2 years.
Well, Mr. Hughes, today I'm going to go ahead and impose a $25 fine. That's pretty much the standard fine for a first offense here. Order that you pay the court costs. We will give you time to pay. They'll give you the details when you get down to the clerk's office.
Yeah.
My bailiff will take you there shortly. Do you have any questions today?
No, I guess not.
All righty, and Ms. Yeager, anything further on behalf of the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Then the court's going to go ahead and stand in recess, and as soon as I get to this,